The goal I have with diverting the bioweapons I have been coerced into taking for the past various months, and soon after years, is that I cannot show any symptoms of either getting ill or deadened prior to my unlucky periods. If this is any indication, however, it is good that I can handle being submerged into the death jab cycle if it means I can learn from the tremors of being poisoned by these fools and see what happens as time goes on in my recovery journey as the world turns and beckons that most of its people be genocided to oblivion in 5 to 10 or so years. That being said, I do want to elaborate on what it is I have succeeded in doing, being both related to the jab combatants and my own life elsewhere. All the glutathione oral supplements, the lymphatic system aiding exercise, networking with fellow anarchists, and improving my situation through learning about anarchy and working on my skills and preparations for other aspects of survival that I can expand on later, have done much in very subtle ways to make me a better person overall and to enable me to survive with the bioweapons I've taken since last year. I cannot stress out enough that you can always do something about your situations even if the mistakes you make are literally fatal in the near future sooner or later. If you have taken the jab, do not fret and just do your best with the time you still have to improve the situation I have by now. You have had access to NAC and selenium, or a good amount of plotting land to grow your own food, or even a suitable living situation and network or have fun, but there are things I also do not have that may have been to my detriment more than I would like to admit, and surely those fields have been things you may not have lots of advantage over. So props to you for that. Speaking of the survival preparedness, going past the anti-jabbing, I've made my mission to also do well in the economy collapse and or the collapse of the state and the government control oppositions. You can't go wrong with good gravity-fed water filter and some nice pairs of clothes like winter boots, but as silly and brutal as it may sound, you are never done prepping. I will refresh on both the anti-job and the econ collapse preps at the end of this video, but to expand the moment for prepping, first you must assess what your needs are not only within your locale, but also as far as your own lifestyle habits go. For example, if you live in a big metropolitan city and you aren't used to exercise or even a legitimately consistent level, since as I am in a position for unfortunately, then you best make your measures to at least work out indoors when staying home or try to walk or jog at least if and when you can find a path outside to work with. In addition to making moves to either bug out or in an emergency from the city's limits, or even moving out of the urban front altogether. You do the best you can, and that's the best anyone can do. Last thing I will say about prepping is that you might want to balance between working enough without going overboard, and even giving fun a chance to coexist during prepping. The all or no work or play jack quotes are all in vain. You must remember that life is very much a balancing act, and that doesn't leave behind your mental health for what it's worth. So even if you are married to your progress and productivity and don't want to have any regrets with preps in the long run, all of a sudden, when the time finally comes by, this is what you must do. This is what you do. Work to 8% of your goal, then reel back and have fun with this as a reward. Intuitively feel your way back to the grind. If you can't do that, then just start working out with the pursuit of your goals finds a slowdown, and you must be at peace. Then turn back when you're passionate once again about working. I know I am speaking very jaded here, but it's true. You can't just spend all your remaining free days, quote unquote, only prepping, so much that you also can't just ignore your problems completely. Again, balance out your time and work play as it sees fit. If you can ideally work until having fun feels like it's on reward or last all in the midst of prepping, you're doing it right on the money. And fiat currency won't be that kind of money for much longer, lol. Anyways, back to this job thingy. Everyone in the job has a time on their hands, immediately, and everyone who chat and job has either the potential the risk of being found out in the future, only to be jobbed anyways, haunting their days, or even just dealing with their own problems on the fly is still a stressful situation, as all life can be. Coming full circle with the cops prepping. While you may survive and thrive by independently using your own food, water, energy/fuel, medical, self-defense, networking, and entertainment systems at first, that will all go out the window if you can't outlast the death of all these bioweapons. It's ought to be one hell of a story to tell you to prove you neither starved to death because you averted state corruption of the substance through independent means and also didn't let an injection kill you slowly but surely. But you have to make it there first. So what you do is you make your preps include ways to deal with the death jobs you took. For example, state crypto and credit smells. If you avoid fiat currency IUSD from central banking monopolies, not only make the most of your practical legitimate finances, but you actually turn with these coins into old /lows, etc. Deposits work in your favor and not limited to being the job. What you do is you use a secure currency like Monero to market your way into ordering tools like the oral supplements and use MLs to borrow for others. Crypto, when used properly, will even keep the likes of boomers off of your back if you're ever in a down bad situation with these kind of near people. Take you out on their level. I should know I've as a version of my fiat, so you know why I show for crypto though. To recap, prepping your balance, work, and fun, but not too literally, 50/50, and you got things for all the purposes without leaving any stone unturned, so to speak, and make it perpetual time. And if you're out to a job, you make it your mission to write as many job systems as possible, so you don't show endless adjust factors before your peers do. Even if you get them out nearly the same time as them simultaneously anyways. This is a life-changing moment in history, and you need to make sure that your pursuit of agorism and all the lifestyle traits don't fail to recognize what brilliant vision you have for yourself and the test of time. Take care.